Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are currently looking for one of the easiest business to start right now in Nigeria, this is the business you should start. Aside from the fact that it is not capital intensive, it is one of the business that it is very easy to start. Plus the fact that you are going to make your money in millions yearly. And in fact, if you do this business better, there's probability that you're going to make your first million in the first 6 months. So the business I'm talking about today is popcorn business in Nigeria. So I'm talking about popcorn business in Nigeria, how you can start and make millions yearly. Popcorn business in Nigeria, you can start and make millions yearly. Alright, so let's go into it right away. Now, popcorn business is a less intensive capital. Why I said that is, number one, you need only one equipment to run this business successfully. Aside from that, you need just few ingredients also to sell the products of this business. Now, the one equipment you need to start this business is the popcorn machine. There are two types of popcorn machine. We have the one that is electrically run, that is the one that runs electrically with power, and we have the other one that runs on gas. So you need to decide first of all, which are you going for? But from statistics, from what I've seen, based on all those that sell popcorn around me, most of them use gas, and this is because gas is cheaper than them using electricity. So most popcorn sellers around you go for gas powered equipment, and this is because it is cheaper than electric. However, if you want to go for the electric, you're also free to do this. So aside from the equipment, there are other things you need, which are the ingredients. And do you know how many ingredients you need for popcorn business in Nigeria? You just need 3 major ingredients. That is corn, butter, and sugar. Yes, these are the only 3 ingredients you need to sell popcorn to people in Nigeria. Can you see why this business is one of the easiest business to start? Yes, because with about 50,000 or about 70,000, you will start selling, and from the first day of you selling, you will start making money. That is how easy it is. But however, there's still some things I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to start the business. So right away, how can you start popcorn business in Nigeria? How can you really start popcorn business in Nigeria? Well, the first step I have here is to learn the skill and the business. Now, all what I'm saying now is regarded as theory. Me explaining in details how you can start this business, how much money is needed, what you need to look out for, blah blah blah, this and so on. You still need the practical aspect of this business. And why do you need the practical aspect of this business? You need the practical aspect of this business to really know how this business runs. For example, you need to learn how to make your popcorn perfect, make it look attractive, and you need to also know how delicious you need to make your popcorn to be. Now, take note, making popcorn delicious is not only about adding excess sugar. No, from the little experience I've gathered with some of my I won't call them friends, but I'll call them acquaintances that I know that sell popcorn. They have really mastered the way of in fact, they know the right measurement for each cup of popcorn, of corn that they want to pop. I don't know whether you understand now. So they know that, for example, maybe they are pouring a derica of popcorn into the electric popcorn maker, popcorn equipment. They know the right amount of margarine or butter to apply to it. They know the right amount of sugar they apply to it. So this is what I'm talking about. This is why you need to first learn how to make popcorn. Then aside this, the reason why you need to first learn the skill and the business is because aside from what you see from the outside as a buyer, there are things you will never see until you have a first hand of the business. And how do you have a first hand of the business? You can have it in two ways. You can have it the first way by starting the business without having any clue and you learning why you started the business. The number two way is you can have or know how the business operates by meeting somebody that has succeeded in popcorn business and telling the person, bros or madam, please, I just want to even if it's to stay with you for 30 minutes in a day or 1 hour in a day, I just want to see how you run your popcorn business. I really need your assistance. I want to start my own, but I don't have an idea. So you staying for that 30 minutes or 1 hour in a day whilst the woman is popping her corns, while the man is popping his corn, while he's attending to customer, you are able to grab so many things. So this is what I call first-hand experience. When you get this, it is very easy for you to start your own business because it's like you've done the practical. Let me give you an example. During my days in biology, we were there was a practical class that we were talking about how to dissect animals and how to look for their esophagus or the pipe, their windpipe. And during that time till now, can you still believe that anytime I want to kill chicken, I still apply that same method, and I'm able to do this perfectly now, and because I have been able to practice this in a live class. Assuming someone just told me, when you want to kill any animal, look for the windpipe, blah blah blah, this I won't be able to get it perfectly then and now like the way I'm getting it. So this is the power of practical. Also, let's say you want to learn how to sew and you just hear someone, you call someone on phone and the person is telling you, cut it like this, cut it like this, cut it like this, so at the end of the day you realize that you are going to sew nonsense. But if you go to the person's shop, this tailor shop now, and you say, when you want to sew, please call me, and the person calls you when he or she wants to cut and sew, the kind of quality experience you get there, the first hand experience you get there is going to be premium. So this is what I'm talking about. So after you learning the skill and the business side of popcorn, the next step is to get your capital. Now, the prices of these popcorn materials differ, so I can't give you the exact price they cost. But however, the price of popcorn of the popcorn equipment is it usually ranges from 50,000 to 120,000. However, there are also popcorn equipment that are way cheaper. Maybe you are buying it Tokumbo or fairly used. So you need to buy your equipment, and after buying your equipment, you also need to get a space and rent a space. So your expenses is going to these two major places. Your expenses is going to you procuring your equipment for the popcorn business, and you also paying for rent for a particular space or shop to to sell your popcorn. So I'm not going to tell you how much this should be in total, because like I usually say on all my videos, that this depends on you. You can say, okay, I don't want to buy one popcorn machine, I want to buy two. I want to be at one location and I want to employ someone that will be another location. That should tell you that you're going to spend more in starting that popcorn business. So that's that. So after getting your capital, your next step is to buy your popcorn equipment. I mentioned it earlier, the two types of popcorn equipment we have. So all you have to do is decide the one you want to go for. But my best advice here is that you go for the gas powered popcorn equipment. So you go for it. I don't know whether you want to buy the new one or the fairly used one or the Tokumbo one. You go for it, you buy it. After that, you will need some other kitchen equipment like bowl, like spatula, like spoon and the likes. However, these equipment are not expensive, so you will not need to break the bank before you buy this equipment. After that, you need to buy your corn, the corn used in making popcorn. So you need to buy it, sugar and butter. But you can buy this ingredient, you can either buy them in small quantities and use them daily, or rather you buy in big quantities and maybe after a week you go and buy another ingredient. So after doing this, the next step for you here is to look for a good spot or shop that you can be selling your popcorn. Now, one of the most important things when it comes to starting popcorn business is not all the ones I've mentioned so far. Yes, it's not all the ones I've mentioned so far. The most important thing when it comes to selling and making millions in profit is to get the best location or shop for your business. I'm saying this because if you get your shop in the right place, and when I'm talking about right place, I'm talking about a place that is, thousands, if not millions of Nigerians pass every day. Probably like a T junction, probably like at a roundabout, probably at a bus stop. Any place you're sure of that at least in an hour 1,000 to 2,000 people will pass through every day. That is the right place for you. You can't say, okay, my popcorn has premium taste, and because of this I'll be selling popcorn at the backyard of my house. No one is going to see you. No one. And then if anybody is going to buy from you, maybe it's your neighbor or one of your friends that lives around. So you need to station yourself at the right location. When you station yourself at the right location, then you are ready to make millions, because as soon as you start, you see people coming in, you see people coming to your stand. How much is your popcorn? They buy, they leave. Maybe probably in a day, if you're selling your popcorn, for example, now you're selling it for 100 naira per pack, and you sell to 50 people. Let's not even say maybe you sell to 50 people the first day, and the next day you sell to 200. The third day you sell to 500. The fourth day you sell to 1,000 people. 1,000 times 50, that's how much? So this is what I'm talking about, and this is just in a day. This is just in a day. What about when we calculate this in a month? What about when we calculate this yearly? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm saying that you need to be at the right position, at a big place, a populated bus stop, a roundabout, a T junction, to maximize your profit. After getting this good spot that you want to use in selling your popcorn, the next step is for you to start selling. I've talked about that earlier, so I'm not going to talk about that much again. So here you just need to make sure the environment is conducive enough, and tidy up the environment and start selling. How to increase sales in your popcorn business in Nigeria. How to increase sales in your popcorn business in Nigeria. Now, aside from you putting your your shop or your space in the right location, there are other ways you can increase sales to ensure that you hit that 1 million mark in your popcorn business as soon as possible. The first step is to open for longer hours. See, if you really want to make money in popcorn business, you have to be ready to stretch yourself and to stretch your business. Maybe on a usual day, you usually open from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. When you extend the amount of hours when you extend the number of hours you spend selling popcorn, you are surely going to sell more. For example, let's say you open from 12 to 4 p.m. You can extend from 12 to 9 p.m. That is from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. You will see that this will naturally increase your sales, which in turn increase the profit in your popcorn business. The next way you can increase sales in your popcorn business is to open on weekends. Yes, open on weekends, and this is because weekends people usually buy snacks. They buy snacks more on weekend. Probably they are going out, they want to fill their stomachs, or they are at home, they want to serve visitors, or they are at home, they just want to eat snacks. So people usually buy snacks on the weekend. So you need to sell popcorn on the weekends. So the third point is to supply popcorn to parties. Yes, there are many children parties that are going on nowadays. If you can sell your popcorn to these parties, you just ask them to order. Maybe they are ordering for 50 packs, 100 packs, and you deliver to them. That is another way of diversifying your popcorn business and making millions. So these three methods will surely increase your profit in your popcorn business, and it will make you make millions as soon as possible. So I think that's all on popcorn business. But however, if you're having you have any question, or you feel there's any part in the business I missed, you can just ask me that in the comment section. That's all. The next one I'll be talking about is leather bed business in Nigeria. I want you to subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel, so that by the time I upload these videos, this interesting content, you will not miss any one of it. Trust me, we are new to YouTube, but we are ready to share content that will change your life, content that will change the kind of money you make monthly and the kind of money you make yearly. So you might want to stay tuned to this channel, and the best way you can stay tuned to this channel is to subscribe. So please subscribe, and I also want you to like this video, and also share this video with someone that is likely going to start his or her own popcorn business in Nigeria soon. So that's that on this video. Thank you very much. Bye.